Quickly, we're going to talk about your activity that you're going to do today. It's not quite a lab, but it is an activity that you will need to do, and there is kind of like a write-up with questions that you'll be doing in Schoology that you can download and do it in your pages today when you finish. Okay. The first thing that you're going to note is that you have a resource. You're going to be kind of looking at different elements today, and you have this element information card. Okay. So it tells you which pieces of information on the cards that you're going to get. What does it mean? So the element, it'll tell you right here, okay? It'll say this is the element hydrogen, and H is the symbol or the letter that we use to show hydrogen. It'll give some physical characteristics, like it's a nonmetal, it's a gas, it's colorless, and it'll even tell you its atomic mass. We should have talked, well, I did talk about that in the lecture video, so you should have some idea of what that means. It's the size of the single atom of this particular element, hydrogen. It also gives you some chemical characteristics down here. Its reactivity, for example, is whether or not it reacts chemically with other elements, and its number of bonds to hydrogen. It's able to have one. This you may not understand right now, and I don't expect you to, but just it's giving you this category or these different categories so that you can use it to sort them. Okay, whether or not you understand exactly what I mean by reactivity or number of bonds to hydrogen yet, we'll talk more about that later, but you can use it to sort the cards. Okay, so what you're going to get are these element cards. Okay, and each one on the back of the element cards. Now please do not lose any of these. It is so important that you keep them all together in the paper clip because we need to return these with our kits, and we need to make sure that in every single package they have all the elements that they need. Otherwise you guys wouldn't have what you needed if other classes didn't do that. So please make sure to be very good and safe with these. So you're going to see, just like the example I showed you, each element, this is fluorine, okay, and it tells you all the information about fluorine right on the back, okay, and it gives you its symbol and everything. So basically what you're going to do is look at all the different characteristics on the back of these cards, and then you are going to sort them based on what you think about them. What are some similarities that you can find? Sort them into at least 3 different groupings, but no more than 4, or try not to group them into more than 4. If you do group them into more than 4, that's fine. What I have provided you with is 4 different colors of paper. Okay, now this colored paper is for you to kind of place, you know, if you say, okay, I think sodium and fluorine belong in the same, in the same category, then they both go on blue paper. So blue paper might be one category, yellow paper might be another category. Just as a way of helping you organize yourselves, and I think it'll be a little more clear because I'm going to want you to take pictures of each of your groupings, and I'm going to want you to include that in your lab activity that your activity paper that you do. So please make sure that you're using these and taking pictures. Okay. So once you've grouped them in whatever ways you think that you need to, based on the information back here, then what you're going to do is back here you're also going to get element family cards. So remember, this is step 1, sorting them on your own. Step 2, you're going to take out these element family cards. Okay? When you take out the family cards, each family card describes one of the different element families that exist in the periodic table of elements. Okay, so you're going to read about each of them on the back of these cards, and then you're going to see where they exist on the periodic table. So the different element families exist in different locations on the periodic table. So there's not just 4 families, but out of the family cards that you have, there are just 4. Okay, so then when you're finished, you're going to regroup your cards, your element cards, based on these families. So you're going to have to take a picture of your own groupings. Keep this in mind. Your own groupings you'll have pictures of. Then you'll regroup them based on the element family cards. Okay, now when you arrange them in the element families, you're going to arrange each family from lowest atomic mass to highest atomic mass in that order. Okay, and you're going to make them in columns. So the lowest atomic mass goes on top, and then it goes as it goes down, it'll get you to a higher atomic mass. Okay, so for example, an atomic mass of 1 is going to go at the top, and then it might be 3, and then it might be 7, and then maybe atomic mass 15 is at the bottom. Okay, however that ends up shaking out, they just need to be in order from the lowest atomic mass to the highest atomic mass in a column. Okay, and then you're going to sort those onto the 4 sheets of colored paper and take a picture of that, of each one for your notebook, for your assignment as well. So please make sure that you have pictures of both of these as you're going along. Okay, in your assignment, you are going to be recording, for example, your classification system and why you recorded them that way. So there is a question that's going to say, why did you split up, your element cards in your particular design? And then there's going to be another question asking you to record this classification system with the families, and you're going to have to give the family name, the similar properties that they share, and then you're also going to have to tell me which elements they are in the order of atomic mass. So please keep that in mind, that you will need to record this in your Pages document that you'll get from Schoology. Okay, so please, please, please have your Schoology and your document out while you're working on this so that you can just record it as you go along. That's the best way to do it. There will be some corresponding questions that you'll have to answer, so do your best and happy investigating with the elements.